Hey, this is Desmond here, and today I'm with Leanne, and Leanne is one of my students from Platinum Mastery Program. And Leanne, you want to say hi to my audience?
So hi everyone.
So Leanne, just really go straight to it.
Yeah.
I want to know, what was happening before you come to Platinum Mastery Program, and what happens after? Talk a little bit about that.
Alright, so before coming to PMP, I was an auditor who knows nothing about Facebook advertisement. So after attending Desmond On's program, I actually wanted really to try out how to run the Facebook ads by starting off with my own business, which is a swimming academy. So when I first started out, I was very nervous. I thought that I would get no one at all to look at my ads, but I'm quite fortunately that with just a span of 2-3 hiring, I actually got around 40 leads, and from there actually I would say 10 to 20% of it turned into my sales, which worth around 2,000 to 3,000.
Wait, you're saying that you spent 200 to 300 ringgit?
Yeah.
And you got 40 leads?
Yes.
If you advertise on a newspaper, that's going to cost you 4,000 to 5,000.
Definitely yes, because my dad used to run traditional advertisement and he spent more than that to get that amount of leads, and he actually tried Google AdWords as well.
Wow.
Yeah, he actually spent more than that. Yeah.
So would you say that it's because so many of the target market, you can actually target them, the data on Facebook, like you can target the exact audience that you want, the age group that you want, and all that kind of good stuff?
Yes, definitely.
Well, I'm really surprised because you spent 200 to 300 ringgit and you said that you got, how many customers you get out of it?
Yeah, it's 10 to 20%, so I would say it's around 8.
Wow, 8 paid, and they pay recurring?
Yeah, they pay recurring. Yeah.
So really think about it, what happens if you promote not only a swimmer academy, what about dance ballet classes? What about piano classes? What about, it could be a monthly internet marketing, because with so many, like anything that is recurring monthly, you could actually do it. So you did it the first time because you were like, you know what, I'm going to test it out on my own business, and bang, it works.
Yes.
You spend 300 and you got something much more out of it. So let's talk about the second campaign. What happens?
The second campaign was because the first campaign was in a service-based business, so I wanted to try out on a product-based. So I tried out my boyfriend's product, which is a diabetic patient, for my diabetic patient, and diabetic remedy is a natural
So let's be clear about it. This is a physical product, right?
It's a physical product.
Okay.
It's a physical product, and that one was amazing because we spent like around 200 ringgit and we got like 100 over leads, which means it was only like 2 ringgit per lead.
Wait. Spend 200 ringgit and let's just say that you got 100 leads.
Yes.
That's crazy. That's insane, right? Can you think of another advertisement platform that can allow you to spend a few hundred and get hundreds of leads? I can't think of any. And these leads are targeted, right?
Yes, these leads are targeted.
And they're interested.
They're interested, and then out of it, we actually recovered our advertisement fee already. Between a span of a few days.
Wow.
Yeah, because we didn't even have time to follow it because we didn't know that the response was so huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to be clear about this. Most companies and most businesses, when they advertise, they do see their return even after 12 months. And you got your return back in a few days.
In a few days, yeah.
Which is crazy, right? I've heard of some people who got their return back in 20 minutes. And it's only possible because of the internet. It's crazy, isn't it? Now, you sold this diabetic product. You were able to target the right people on Facebook, on Instagram, and then now you went the next one. How did you feel confidence-wise though?
Confidence-wise, I was very confident that I approached one of my friends who is a national diver. He runs this gymnastic, I would say, he called it a studio because it's a very, very small
It's like an academy, you go there and you learn how to become better at a certain thing.
Correct.
Like a dojo.
Correct. So he wanted to promote his gymnastic courses because he has this difficulty of getting students, and he tried running his own Facebook ads actually.
So gymnastics is actually very specific in our country. So for those of you who are watching, if you're from outside of Malaysia, I would say that gymnastics is not something that you think about sending your kids to when they're born. People think about piano classes, language classes. Gymnastics is not one of them, even though people will associate this, you're Chinese, you're Asian, gymnastic, no, right? But that's the issue, because this is a very tough market, because you not only have to target the right people who are already somehow interested in gymnastics, but also target the people who are willing to spend money and spend time to nurture their kids in gymnastics. It's not easy, right? So let's hear about the numbers. Talk about the numbers.
Yeah, for him, it's like we spend around 400 ringgit minute ish, and then we had 40 leads.
Okay.
So the feedback from him is because this campaign we wanted to just let the students come for trial class. So 10% of it actually converted to come into the trial class, and on top of that, 50% of it actually is a recurring sale after that.
Wow. So this is a very tough business to promote. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like gymnastics, difficult, right? Because you need to target the right people. So you spend 400, right?
400, yeah.
And you got 40 trials. Is that right?
40 leads.
40 leads.
Out of that, I would say he mentioned a bit about 10% of them actually came because I didn't really get updates from him after that, because he said he was so busy about entertaining those leads. Yeah.
Right. So the thing is, what most people don't understand is that when you're promoting a recurring business as a consultant, as a social media marketer, one of the things that you have to understand is you don't just calculate the first month's revenue.
Correct.
Because people will still come back and
Yes.
subscribe for months and months and months. So this is where you need to understand that. This is one thing that I learned from this guy called Calvin O'Leary. The whole formula for business is very simple. If you want a profitable business, you need to understand that your customer lifetime value minus your cost of customer acquisition. And if that's a positive number, that's when you have a positive business. And because I believe that with people like you, you're able to spend such a limited amount of budget, right?
Yeah.
Because honestly speaking, in the advertising world, companies are spending 6 figures per quarter, not per year, per quarter, right? Just to advertise on newspaper, radio, TV, magazines. For this, for just 400, you got this guy 40 leads, and you can follow up and even bring even more people.
Correct.
10 of them they show up, 10% of them show up, which is great. I think that's a good number. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the next case study that you have.
Yeah, the next one, after that, I actually went and approached this friend of mine. She is an interior designer, but she ventured into a very niche market, which she only serves businesses, which is a B2B business.
Let's talk more about that. What kind of business are we talking about? Like retail stores, offices?
Okay, she has a lot of businesses. She helps retail businesses, F&B offices to help them to do interior design and building. So when she came to me, she said, "Dian, I want to focus on F&B because she hope and pray there's a big franchise that comes to her through Facebook ads."
Let's focus on the keyword hopes and praise.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. A lot of interior designers that I've met, they don't do any marketing, right?
Yes.
They go to like events and pass out business cards and hopes and pray someone calls them up.
Yeah.
Right? But I think in today's world you must change, isn't it? I think you cannot hope and pray for something to happen. I always believe in this. Successful people, they make things happen. Unsuccessful people, they wait for things to happen. Wait for what? You can't wait, right? That's why we need to look for like consultants like Leanne. They help you with very small budget and get you great result. So let's talk about the result. Let's talk about what happened. You approach this interior designer.
Yes.
They want to do like F&B, I'm assuming more retail style interior designs. And then what happens next?
What happens next is, till now, we have just ran the campaign for like 1 month-ish. We only spent 300 ringgit. The list is not as big as before for those services because it's a high ticket, very high ticket product, I would say.
Right, very specific.
Very specific as well. So we only generated 9 leads, and she was very happy because each lead is worth at least 5 figures and above. Worth 5 figures and above, and one of it is actually a paid director of somewhere group. So she was very happy about it, and she says she had never regret of investing in Facebook because she knows that nobody else actually dares to invest in besides her.
So for those of you who don't know what Sunway Group is, Sunway Group is actually very similar to Wanda Group in China. They basically do developments, property development. They have like shopping malls, hotels, a bunch of restaurants, and they have like a theme park here as well, which is crazy. That's what they do, and they are a multi-billion-dollar company. And this paid director came and opted in or subscribed to a lead generation form they created online, which is for your client, which is interior design. So if that one deal goes through, has the deal been talked about, how the progress of the deal?
Yeah, the progress of a deal currently, it is at least 6 figures currently, and once if the deal is closed, it's 6 figures, and on top of that, if recurring, the paid director actually mentioned they are actually considering to pass the whole group's project to my client.
Wow.
Yeah, which will definitely earn
Right.
more than that. Yeah.
So some of their projects, they have like 300, 400 condo units. So just imagine if you are involved in designing the latest development. This is not 6 figures we're talking about. I'm pretty sure this is going to be 7, 8 figures minimum at least.
Yes.
Right? Because I've seen interior designers who design for groups like this before. Their pay is not 6 figures, let me tell you that. It's 7 figures, okay? Maybe less than 5 million, more than 2 million, somewhere around that region, which is great, okay, just from 1 week. And the spend was what, 400 you say? 300.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Now, I'm a big budget player. Right? I like to spend tons of money on Facebook ads to get big results. But if you're looking for someone who can run small budget, someone who is very efficient with every single cent that you spend on Facebook ads, on Instagram ads, Leanne is one of those persons that could potentially help you out. Okay, how big of a contributing factor that coming to my training got you to where you are right now?
I would say is 180, because from someone that has no knowledge about it to someone who can confidently running ads for someone with a very, very minimum budget with good results. I would say that was fantastic. Yeah.
And what were you doing before? Because now you have a business which you can find out more about. Her business is called LYOT Consulting. You can go on Facebook and check out LYOT Consulting. You can contact her if you have any project that you would like to outsource to her. She's specialized in simple, direct, low budget, but she's able to get you the high quality leads. There's not a lot of marketers around the world that can do this. So she must be a really, really genius, right? And she's looking for more high-level top players as well. So if there's someone that you want to work with, make sure you check her out. I'm gonna give you her information on this video a little bit later on. But let's talk about this, okay? Before you come to Platinum Mastery Program, were you a swimming coach?
I was an auditor.
You were auditor, sorry.
Yeah, I was an auditor with Ernst & Young EY.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the auditor part of it. Like, is it a job that is fun, or why did you even choose to come to my program? Like, you don't need to. I'm pretty sure you get paid pretty well, right?
Yeah, actually with EY I get paid pretty well, but life is totally upside down where I go back home always at 2 a.m. So why I actually decided to came into your PMP program, because one of the biggest factors is actually my boyfriend, who actually discovered the program first. He used to do drop shipping, so he's very interested in how to use Facebook ads to generate more sales through the drop shipping. At the same time, he also mentioned that maybe this knowledge would help me in my father's business, which is a very, very traditional swimming academy. And they always, like my father, he always only publish in newspapers and flyers, which cost him tons, but no one inquires. So that was something that we wanted to go towards to make a change in the current situation.
When you're attending the training, you know, a lot of people when they attend the training, they don't like me. They say this guy is an asshole, right? This guy is too fast. This guy keeps scolding, keeps swearing, and there's a lot of nonsense, right, like that. But what were you feeling during the training, like during the 3 days?
I don't really care about the attitude. I care about the knowledge, because certain attitude is given to you because you deserve it. If I treat you well, sometimes people will just take it for granted, I would say. So I would say knowledge is the core of the training, and yeah, I managed to get the value that I expected for.
Okay, and then after that, what happened was what we just described. You were very nervous with the first campaign.
Yes, definitely.
You did the swimming campaign, and got really well. And this is what I call it, because a lot of people ask me, Desmond, how come there are people like that suddenly like so confident, like she speaks so eloquently with so much confidence? It's very simple. It's because after the workshop, she took action. She did little things. She got little wins, first with the swimming, and then with the diabetic product, and then with the gymnasium, right? With the gymnastic gymnasium, right? And then we have the interior design. She had all these little small wins that lead to bigger and bigger and bigger wins. And I'm sure you know from now on that you will never charge cheap again, but you know your value now. You get what I'm saying? And more importantly, she can deliver the result. So there are 3 types of people who are watching this video. Number 1, there are people that somehow found this video, maybe on YouTube or whatever it is, right? That hear about me or hear about what I do or what I teach, right? Then the second type of people is people that are my customers, my students will come. They're very excited in the class, but then after the class, they got so scared, they have fear and ego. Remember I talked about fear and ego in the class? They are so fearful that they're fearful of the result, they're fearful what if they fail, what if they succeed, right? They're fearful of what if they're disappointing their clients, all this kind of stuff, they're holding them back, right? And then there's the third type of students who are always thinking the mindset that you have to spend a lot of money to make a lot of money, but you spend very little money and you get a very good result. So I wanted to give lessons to every group of the people watching this. Let's start with the people that have not attended my training yet, but they're just watching this video somehow. Maybe, I don't know where I'm going to publish this video, but if you're watching this, you've never attended my training, you should. But let's talk about what lesson would you give them, what big lesson?
I would say if you want to have a switch in your career, and then you think internet world is big enough for you to discover. So Facebook ads is definitely one of them that you want to go towards to, and I would say the first one that you want to learn from is definitely Desmond, because that is the first guru that I have.
If your country can run Facebook ads, you should come, right?
Definitely.
If you're from China, I can't help you, right? So that's good. Okay, now there are second type, people who attended but didn't take action after. They got a result in the class, they make money and stuff like that. But sometimes life gets in the way. I'm pretty sure you have a very supportive boyfriend, a very supportive family. But not everyone is lucky like you. You know what I'm saying? There are people that pull them down. What would your advice be for those people?
I would say you have already spent that far to come to this program.
Yeah, time, money, effort.
Yeah, time, money and effort to come to this program, and then you learn something out of it. So when I first ran my first campaign, I actually, if it turns out not so good, actually I dumped another bunch of money to run an ad set. I do not know whether it succeeded or not, but I dare to do it. So I would say for those who are still fearful, just start out with your friend, because I would say friends, if they're willing to support you, they give you 500, they already know that whether you can succeed or you will fail. So start off small, eventually you'll gain more confidence from that.
So this is a big benefit. If you are watching this from Malaysia, if you're watching this from, let's say, Indonesia, maybe parts of the United States, the big benefit is that we can start running very small campaign and start seeing results. You can't do that in New York City because New York City ad cost is way too high, right? So that's a huge benefit. If you're one of these cities or countries like Kuala Lumpur, if you're in Jakarta, if you're in Bangkok, right? Wherever it is, it could be in Mississippi, I don't care, right? It could be in Springfield, Illinois. Ad can be quite affordable if you know what they're doing, okay? And secondly, you talk about working together with your friends. So one of the things I highly recommend you to do is when you're starting out, try to work with your friends, right? The reason is because, listen, even if you fail, honestly, it's just a few $100.
Yes.
I always say this, if you open a new business today, a new cafe today, the minimum spend is what? 300, 500,000 renovation,
maybe
stock,
more,
maybe more than that, right? One of my friends spent 750,000 to open a cafe, right? 750,000. 2 years later, the business shut down. They lost money, right? Would you rather lose the 750,000 and have bank chasing you, or would you rather lose the $500 and just tell a friend, I'm sorry, I'll give back the $500 as soon as I leave? Which one is better? For me, the 750,000, once you go bankrupt, you are bankrupt. The 500 is not gonna bankrupt you.
Yes.
Right? That's the big difference. So you can start small, experimenting with small budget, and if it doesn't work, just try again. I'm sure you have campaigns that fail, right? Like some few of the ad sets that don't work out fine.
Yeah, definitely. There's trial and errors. But that is the reason that you have to run several ones and which one that works best for you. Right. You just.
So one of the things I say inside the class is that I cannot give you literally the turnkey formula in the class to run Facebook ads. There is no, because every campaign I'm sure you know is different. Even every ad set is different. You cannot sell swimming classes to the same way that you sell the gymnastic classes. It's totally different marketplace, different benefits. So there is just no way, and I always tell that the best way is to just go spend that $5, $10, $15 and just waste it away. Okay? Because the most you lose is that $5, $10, $15. Okay? Now, last lesson that I want you to share with the people that are thinking that Facebook ads is very expensive. Okay? Facebook ads, I must spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in order for me to get result. Tell them a big advice when it comes to this, because you are literally the expert when it comes to small budget.
Yeah, I would say if you mention about budget like 5,000, 6,000, it depends how big of a risk or how big of a gain that you want to take from it. Because for small budget people, they already know that the result that will be coming in will be very, very slow. People who normally do big budgets, I would say, they want it fast. So yeah, because when you have big budget, you are a bigger player in Facebook, in a Facebook ads environment. So it all depends on the clients, how fast they want their result. Small budget, slow result, safe and low risk.
Let me ask you a question now. Now you have clients, you have confidence, and you have a lot of wins.
Yeah.
Let's say a big player come to you and say, I want to spend 50,000 this month in the next 30 days. How do you feel when the client like that come to you?
I would say I will still feel fine because I bring my advantage as an auditor to understand their business. If their business worth that big investment to be put in Facebook ads, why not?
Right.
Yeah, because currently my clients, they want to do more, but they really don't have the budget, so they start off small. Yeah.
And when your clients succeed, of course the budget will come in because they can
Yes.
invest their money and things
Correct.
like that. Right? So there are people who are watching this who are also looking to potentially work together with you,
Yes.
right? To have you run the ads for them. Because I know some of them, they might be very good at finding clients, some of them might be very good at certain things. And your business class says that you can bring business online.
Yeah.
You are a social media marketing specialist.
Yeah.
And I just want to recap again, if you want to look for her, you want to see how you can work with her, it's a dual team with a boyfriend, okay? LYOT Consulting. Go on Facebook, check it out. What you need to do is just send them a message, right? And then you can potentially see how they can help you in your business. So let's end this with just one big thing, okay? One big thing. What kind of clients will be perfect for you?
What kind of clients?
What kind of clients would you love to have in your business?
What kind of clients? I would say service industries.
Okay.
Yeah, who wish to gain more enquiries. There will be a best one, but if you say niche more than that, I would say more to B2C, like sports, gyms, kindergartens, piano classes, yeah, as such.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're in the service industry, especially if you do some sort of recurring,
Correct.
or if you have a client who are in this industry, she's expert at helping you. She's very good at helping you generate more leads, generating more people who are interested in your business, your client's business, and they will help you create a win-win situation. Okay. So if you have any questions or anything that you want to ask Leanne personally, you can message her on LYOT. Again, this is the logo, LYOT Consulting on Facebook. Okay, Leanne, thank you for having you.
Thank
you
you
for
so
coming
much.
today.
Thank you.
I hope you guys are watching this and you learn a lot, not just from me, but also from her, because she's golden. So make sure you contact her, and I bet she can share a lot more with you. See you guys soon.
See you.
Hey, thank you so much for watching that video. If you like more videos like this, watch some of our previous videos here, and make sure you subscribe and turn on notification to our channel, because I don't want you to miss out any of our upcoming videos. They're gonna be better and better and better. See you in the next video.